Welcome, dear learners. We have already understood the concept of motivation, its process, the kinds of motivation, and the characteristics of a good motivating workforce. Now, in this video, we will focus on theories of motivation. There are large number of theories which exist, which describe about what motivates people and how people can be motivated. And most of these theories have direct implication for managing the work environment. Theories of motivation can be classified into two categories based upon what motivates people and how people can be motivated. There are content theories which are concerned with what motivates people and thus deal with the needs and wants of the individual. There are process theories which focus on how to motivate, that is the process of motivation. Now let us have a look at the theories of motivation that we will learn in this video under content theories and process theories. Under content theories, we will cover Maslow's need hierarchy theory, Herberg's motivation hygiene theory, McClelland needs theory, Alderfer's ERG theory. Then under process theories, we will include Vroom's expectancy theory, Adams' equity theory, goal setting theory, and reinforcement theory. And we will also learn the managerial implications. Now coming to the first theory, that is given by Maslow. According to Maslow, when a person is actually motivated, he is in a state of tension and he is ready to undertake a particular course of action which is consistent with his feelings. And Maslow has arranged human needs in the form of a hierarchy. At the base of this hierarchy are the physiological need, that is the need for sustenance and physical comfort, crucial to a person's performance in the organization. Once this need is met to some extent, then the next need in the hierarchy gets activated, the safety needs. Person needs security, protection and stability, that is economic and emotional security, safe working condition, job security, medical benefits, periodic salary increases, adequate fringe benefits. Then comes in the hierarchy social needs, that is persons need to feel accepted, receive affection and be part of a group. Persons who feel excluded or rejected may have difficulty attending to work related activities. Then comes self-esteem needs, that is seeking recognition as a worthwhile person. Its satisfaction is accompanied by feelings of self-confidence, worthy, strength and usefulness, whereas thwarting of these needs produces feelings of inferiority, weaknesses or helplessness. Next in the hierarchy are self-actualization needs, that is the need to become what one believes one is capable of becoming. That is the tendency of the individual to become in actuality what he or she is potentially. And this need gets satisfied at work by receiving reimbursement for continuing education or attending training sessions for personal growth. Now this theory has got certain managerial implications, that as manager, try to identify most important needs and link those needs with the satisfaction to their desired performance. What motivates one person may not motivate another, so individualize reinforcers. A person's need is likely to change from time to time and from situation to situation. It is not stationary. So as a manager, create a climate by creating opportunities for satisfying several different needs in which employees can maximize their potential. On the other hand, failure to provide work-related opportunities for need satisfaction may lead to employee frustration or diminished output. Next in the content theory is Herberg's motivation hygiene theory. Frederick Herzberg and his associates in their theory studied the variables, some of which are desirable to achieve goals and others are the undesirable conditions to avoid. There are certain satisfiers and dissatisfiers for employees at work. Intrinsic factors are associated with job satisfaction, while extrinsic factors are related to dissatisfaction. Certain satisfiers and dissatisfiers for employees at work you need to identify. The intrinsic factors related to job satisfaction, while extrinsic factors are associated with dissatisfaction. Hygiene factors are security, status, relationship with subordinates, personal life, salary, work conditions, relationship with supervisor, and company policy and administration. Whereas motivational factors include growth prospects, job advancement, responsibility, challenges, recognition, and achievements. Now, the managerial implications include acceptability of the hygiene factors to avoid employee dissatisfaction by providing employment safety and security, by fixing poor and uncooperative company rules and policies. Work is motivating and rewarding to maximize job satisfaction through generating work that matches with employees' expertise, providing training and development opportunities, identifying teams' contributions, and job enrichment. Now we will focus on McClelland needs theory under content theories. McClelland believed that our specific needs are shaped by our experiences over a period of time. These are need for achievement, that is, the achievers seek to excel and appreciate frequent recognition of how well they are doing. They avoid low risk activities that have no chance of gain, and they avoid high risk where there is a significant chance of failure. Second one is need for affiliation. Affiliation seekers look for harmonious relationship with other people. They work best in a group environment and don't like uncertainty and risk. They seek approval rather than recognition. The third one is need for power. So power seekers want power either to control other people for their own goals or to achieve higher goals for the greater good. They seek neither recognition nor approval from others. They only get agreement and compliance. The managerial implications include managing the institutional team by identifying and categorizing every team member based upon these three needs. So, knowledge of attributes of team members may certainly help to manage their expectations and running the team smoothly. Elderford's ERG theory. Elderford tried to rebuild the hierarchy of Maslow's need theory into another model, ERG. E for existence, R for relatedness, and G for growth. E group is concerned mainly with providing basic material existence. R group is the individual's need to maintain interpersonal relationship with other members in the group. G group is the intrinsic desire to grow and develop personally. The major conclusions of this theory are that in an individual, more than one need may be operative at the same time. If a higher need goes unsatisfied, then the desire to satisfy a lower need intensifies, and it also contains the frustration regression dimension. Managerial implications. According to this theory, the manager needs to concentrate on more than one need at a time so as to motivate the employees effectively. For example, if an employee is not rendered with growth and advancement opportunities in an organization, he or she is likely to revert to the relatedness need to meet his or her socialization needs. Now, coming to process theories. Firstly, we will study the Vroom's expectancy theory. According to this theory, strength of a tendency to act in a specific way depends upon the strength of an expectation that the act will be followed by a given outcome and on the attractiveness of that outcome to the individual. To make this simple, Expectancy theory says that an employee can be motivated to perform better when there is a belief that the better performance will lead to good performance appraisal and that this shall result into realization of personal goal in form of some reward. Therefore, the algebraic representation of Room's expectancy theory is valency into expectancy. The theory focuses on three things. Firstly, efforts and performance relationship, performance and reward relationship, rewards and personal goal relationship. The managerial implications. According to this theory, the managers can correlate the preferred outcomes to the aimed performance levels. The deserving employees must be rewarded for their exceptional performance. Next, under the process theory is Adams' equity theory. As per J. Stacey Adams, people are motivated by their beliefs about the reward structure as being fair or unfair relative to the inputs. People have a tendency to use subjective judgment to balance the outcomes and inputs in the relationship for comparison between different individuals. If people feel that they are not equally rewarded, they either reduce the quantity or quality of work or migrate to some other organization. However, if people perceive that they are rewarded higher, they may be motivated to work harder. Next in the process theory is goal setting theory. Edwin Locke in 1960s gave the goal setting theory of motivation, which states that goal setting is essentially linked to task performance. So in order to direct ourselves, we set ourselves goals that are clear and understandable and at the same time challenging. So we will be stimulated and not be bored, and achievable, so we are unlikely to fail. If other people set us goals without our involvement, then we are much less likely to be motivated to work hard at it than if we feel we have set or directed the goals ourselves. So provide feedback which determines whether we are succeeding or whether some change in direction is required. Next comes the reinforcement theory, which has been given by B.F. Skinner and his associates. They believe that frequency of various behaviors depends upon the immediate consequences of those behaviors. And this theory is based upon the psychological principle of law of effect, which states that behavior which is accompanied by satisfaction or reward on the part of individual is likely to be repeated or permanent than the behavior which is accompanied by dissatisfaction or failure. And this theory has given 4 techniques to modify the behavior of the individual. Positive reinforcement and avoidance learning can be used to increase the frequency of desirable behavior, whereas extinction and punishment can be used to decrease the frequency of undesirable behaviors. So friends, in this video we have learned the content theories and the process theories of motivation regarding what motivates people and how people can be motivated, and we have also learned the managerial implications of these theories which can be applied to any organization or institution for improving the performance of the employees. Thank you very much.